Hello soulmates, we will be learning how to create an off shoulder. So this tutorial is about an off shoulder dress. This is the back view of our off shoulder dress. See how it's lapping very well, and this is the front view. This is the front view of the dress. We're going to start by drafting the pattern. I've already drafted out the basic line. These lines are lines that I believe everybody has understood from the previous lessons. So here I'm cutting it on fold. I doubled it. I pinned it together to stay in one place. I'm cutting both the back and front together. And you can see I have, for the back piece, I have left my zip allowance. This is the front piece and the back piece is under. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to be drafting out the overarm. That is our off shoulder. I believe everybody knows what is on paper here. The shoulder line, getting the armhole, the arm depth, your divided body measurement, and your shoulder to waist measurement. So the next thing we are going to do is to determine the cape. That is the cape that is going to go around your off shoulder. So here what I do is at the armhole, at the shoulder, I mean to say, at the shoulder, I'm going to come down by 1 inch. You can come down depending on the child, the size of the child, the age. You can come down by 1 inch because you don't want the off shoulder to start at the shoulder line. It's going to drop down. That's what shows that the dress is an off shoulder. So here I'm coming down by 1 inch. 1 inch is not a standard. You can go down by 1.25, 1.5, 2 inches. To bigger children, it depends on how you want the off shoulder cape to fall. So here for me, for this child, I'm coming down by 1 inch. Then my depth, my neck depth, I don't need my width, but the depth is very important. How deep you want the neck depth to be. For this child, I'm going down by 2 inches. 2 inches. Let me use a marker. So here we came down by 1 inch. At the front, the depth of the neck, we came down by 2 inches. So you are going to rule a straight line. You can make it straight, you can make it curved. It depends on what you want. So for me, I'm going to make it a kind of curved. I'm going to make it a kind of curve, not so straight. So after getting this, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to determine your cape, how wide you want it to be. So I want my cape to be 2 inches. So I'm going to measure 2 inches. This is 2 inches, and I'm going to still draw another line. A curved one. If you want to straight, you can make it straight. If you want it curved, you can make it curved. If you want it straight, you can make it straight. So after doing this, the next thing you're going to do is to take your overarm measurement. Your overarm measurement is the off shoulder measurement. You measure around the shoulder. You take it and you divide it by 4. So here my divided overarm measurement 6.25. My overarm measurement is 25. That is round my shoulder, off shoulder, around my off shoulder. I hope you understand. Off shoulder, overarm, they are the same thing. So the measurement is 25. I divided it by 4 and I got 6.25. So you are going to insert the measurement. Now you are going to insert it. You're not going to put it like this. You're not going to put it like this. You're going to put it from the neck depth straight. It's going to be on a straight line because you remember you didn't take it slanting. You took it round, a kind of straight round. It was not bent. Some people will put it like this. No, it's going to be straight. So you're going to put your tape from where your neck depth stop to follow the marking of this line. So my own was 6.25. This is 6.25. Now whatever you got here, 6.25, you are going to minus 1 inch. That is, you are going to use this as a criteria to know what to reduce. So if you had come down by 1.5, you are going to remove like 1.5. But if you have come down by 1 inch, you're going to remove 1 inch. So here I came down by 1 inch, so I'm going to remove 1 inch from the overarm, my divided overarm measurement to get the upper arm. So I'm going to move it forward. So if you remove 1 inch from 6.25, you're going to get 5.25. You can choose to keep it like this and mark it, or you can use this armhole line as a guide. If you measure from here to here, you get 2.75. Then if you minus 1, you are going to get 1.75, I mean to say. So this is it. And then you are going to join it. You can choose to join it slanting. You can choose to join it curved or bent. However you want it. It's a thing of choice. So for me, I want mine to be straight. So this is our cape, our off-shoulder cape. So we are going to cut it out right now. Just to hold them in place. Until we are done cutting. Now this is another thing you are going to be careful about. I will not be cutting out this cape right now. I will trace it out before I cut it out. So we will be tracing out this cape before we are going to cut it out finally. So I'm going to get another piece of paper and trace out this cape. You're going to be very careful so that you get the exact. So we are going to trace it out like this, and then you are going to complete it. You know it was 2 inches. You're going to measure 2 inches. You're going to measure 2 inches and you're going to cut it. This is our cape. And then you're going to finish up your pattern. You're going to cut it. This is our back and front piece. So the next thing is we are going to work on the cape. So this is our front and this is our back. So you're going to take the front and back and join them because I want my cape to go round. I don't want my cape to have joining. So you're going to join here, sellotape it here together, then you can now cut on your pattern. So I'll show you when we are in the next video when we are going to cut it. Right now we are going to cut out what we have drafted. So here I have this piece of fabric. It's on fold already. This is 32 inches. The 32 inches is on fold. 32 inches on fold by 14.5. So this is 32 and the 32 is on fold and this is 14.5. This is going to go for the down part of our skirt. Now let's cut out the pattern we have drafted. I have the pattern here. So I'll be using the same fabric to lining it up. If you want to use interfacing, it's a thing of choice. I'll be using it. So this is in 4 pieces. So I'm going to pin this here and I'll be cutting it out. This is the front. This is the front piece. So I will pin it so that it stays in one place. Now when cutting, remember to add your sewing allowance. Remember to add your sewing allowance. We added allowance here and here, but we didn't add this side. So just remember that you're going to add your sewing. So for the front piece, so we're going to cut the back piece. I'm using the same fabric to also line the dress. So we have our front, our back. Now I'll be using a different color for the cape to bring the beauty of the dress. Everybody can do this. This is the rope. I'll be using a rope and I'll be using a band for the front. So these are pieces that I've already cut to make this video short. So here we are going to be cutting out the cape. Now you can iron your interfacing inside, but I want to show you how I cut this cape. So this is the cape we had cut, and this is how we did it. So I traced out the cape because I didn't want my cape to have a join in here, so I sellotape it here. If you watch the video, you go back, you will see when I sellotape this place, so that the only joining I have is going to be at the back where the zip is. So this is going to go in front, and it will go over the arm, and it will stop where the zip stops. So here, this is how I'm going to cut it out. I will make sure that this particular place, this is on fold. Now this fabric is on fold. So this is the center front. So I don't want my cape to have joining at the arm, at the shoulder. So that's the reason why I sellotape it. Now I'm going to cut it this way. Now remember to add your sewing allowance. You can watch how I'm keeping this front. I didn't keep it like this. This is the center front, so that it will blend on this smooth folded part. So I'm going to pin it so that it can stay one place. And you're going to cut it twice. If you want to use a lining, you can go ahead and cut the main fabric and the lining. But for me, I'm using the same fabric as the lining. So while cutting, you add your allowance. So this is it. And we're going to cut 2 pieces of this. So this is our cape. And it's going to go round. Interfacing is a thing of choice. If you want the off shoulder to stay, it's a thing of choice. And this is just a tutorial for you to know that you can iron it inside. I may not be using it, but just for you to know. So I will use this leftover piece to cut a bow. I want my dress to have a bow in the center. Depends on how big you want the bow to be. It's a thing of choice. This is going to be, and then this is going to be my band for my bow. I'll be using it to cover the bow in the middle when I make it. So let's go and sew the dress.